The operations section of your settings can be found by just scrolling down slightly. I'm going to click on Payments You Accept. This is where you can manage your payment methods that are used by agents and customers. It's automatically set to do not take credit card payments, but if you'd like to attach a merchant gateway, just click on this one here and go to Attach. All the options that appear here are the ones that are available to me in my zone. If you're in a different territory, it will appear different options. Just going to exit. If you want to use Stripe, you can click on this one and it'll redirect you to the Stripe login page to attach. Same setup for PayPal checkout. You'll go to connect your PayPal account, and then here it'll just ask you to log in to connect. If you scroll down to manual payment methods, you can either add additional manual payment methods to the front end up here or to the point of sale down below. So I'll show you how I created this cash option. Go to add point of sale payment methods, give it a title, add payment method, and now it will appear on your point of sale when you go to balance a transaction and in your reports. If you need to delete, just feel free to delete with that red icon, or if you need to edit, the yellow pencil. Now if I go back to settings, I'm going to click on notifications you send. This is where you can manage communications to your customers pre and post tour. So all of the little blue ones here are communications that automatically go out to all front end bookings. Let me click on one so that you can view the content. This is what the receipt looks like that gets sent out to customers. And if I go back to list, you can see that there's a little orange one here, a 10% promo code that gets sent out 2 days after the book date. I made this myself by creating a notification in the top right-hand corner, and let me show you how I set that up. So I'll click on it, go to edit. I gave it a name, something that I'd remember what it does. I selected when I would like it to be sent out to the customer. You can either make it before or after, or you could select manually send this notification. Then you just have the template ready to go and fire it off whenever you're ready. I selected it to go out to my dog sledding tours because the content is just for them. And then I pulled in the booking contact's first name by these buttons here. And I gave them a promo code to hopefully encourage more sales in the future. So I'm just going to cancel that one, go back to list. Now, if you want to manage your alerts, you can click on this blue in the top right. You can see here that when I get a website booking, I'm going to be notified automatically. But if I wanted to send someone else a notification about these, just add their email addresses here. Make sure that you separate multiple email addresses with a comma so that it gets sent properly. And if you decide to set up SMS messaging, if you click on this one, you can go to activate it. But do keep in mind that there are some SMS costs depending on destination and message length. This is unfortunately not up to us, it is up to the service provider. So their data rates are completely up to them, but the fee is very minimal. It's just something to keep in mind if you do decide to set up quite a few of these. Now if I go back to settings, I can go to integrations. This is where you would go to create an API key. I'm not going to walk you through those steps today, but this is where it's found under settings, integrations. And then the last one I'm going to walk you through today is security groups. This is where you can set up your user security groups with different access permissions. So the red ones are the ones that we have already created for you. They cannot be edited. But if you're looking for one that's very similar, but you just needs a few tweaks, you can duplicate one that's already created, give it a different name, and then you can just turn on or off the levels of access that you want to give them. So that's how you would create your own security group. You can also create your own from scratch, but if you can see here, there's a lot of things to click on and off depending on what level of access you would like to give them. So it just depends how you'd like to set that up. One other thing is if you want to set your security policies here, let's say you wanted to turn on require two-factor authentication, you can just toggle it on here. Or if you wanted their passwords to expire, these are for your users, just a reminder. This is how you do that. And then you can just save changes. And that is a brief overview of your operations section of your settings. If you have any questions, please feel free to email us at support@rezgo.com or send us a chat message in the bottom left-hand corner of your screen here.